Okay, and that's regulatory hearing is not going to solve any problem for you. Ray pointed that out very well in his presentation. Okay, so you need to get out of that believing that. The sooner you believe that, the better. The other thing is thinking that if you elect the right people, they're going to fix this problem. That's not going to help fix the problem, okay, because they have to operate within this corrupt system that we have. It's not until we change the system, and that's what this is about.
Lisa DeSantis, and I come from a county east of here, the first county beside Youngstown. We're getting the $800 million electric plant. It's going to feed 12 states and Washington, D.C. We're getting 2 pipelines. Our paper's so proud of that. But my concern is every well that they keep permitting, they're putting it along the Shenango River, which is the drinking source for Newcastle's water, which I have my own private well. But I'm still trying to protect these other people who are not willing to stand up and do their part. Every time they want to drill a new well, they are just putting in a permit at the DEP and asking for 7.5 million gallons of water a day, 1.5 million gallons of water a day. And they do this paperwork that I've seen at the DEP, which states that there's this much water running down the river, and they can pull this much, and it's not going to affect that much. I don't understand that part of it. I would like to know if there's anyone here that could help me and, to understand if they're pulling too much water out of the Shenango River, or if anybody's interested in standing up or protecting the Shenango River, the drinking water. But I also live downstream from Mahoning River, too, so the Mahoning and the Shenango meet. Yeah, I'm a downstreamer.
I'll try one more. This will be really brief. Well, this kind of demonstrates why we all have to unite and we have to get the Community Bill of Rights passed. So anybody who did not sign up over there and get your email on there, we need people to get involved. We have to grow the movement. Now, what was your name again? Henrietta was talking about, North Carolina, they've got this big, they've got a lot of people involved. We have been trying for 3 years since the first earthquake, March 17th of 2011, to get enough people, to get critical mass. So every single person in this room has to go out and spread what they learned tonight and say that, please help us pass the Community Bill of Rights. It is all we have. May 6th, it is a yes vote for our constitutional rights to drink our water without being poisoned, breathe our air without being poisoned, and live in our house without having earthquakes.
The Vindicator had published that an oil and gas company named Weatherford was sponsoring student awards for Cheney, the STEM program. And they were awards for attendance. They were giving students $200. I think the total amount was $3,000, a little chump change from them. And this is a company called Weatherford, and if you get on their website, the website has no jobs available, no jobs available. But they're in our schools influencing our students. And so we need to go to our school boards, and we need to speak up and say that the environment is extremely precious. Protecting the environment is more precious than money made. We won't live if we don't have safe drinking water, as Lynn Anderson has said, as Ray Beiersdorfer has said. When we went to Niles City Council and we were listening to those people who are suffering in the Weathersfield area, because those council people just ignored them like they were nothing. And because there was a woman named Rita, what's her last name? Rhonda Rita, who represents oil and gas, who was giving a dog and pony show presentation telling the Niles representatives that what is injected in the ground is just a little slurry that's no more than the hand sanitizer that's used. And so our representatives are just absolutely disrespectful and totally ignoring people that are suffering from the result. And maybe not everybody is sophisticated and can speak publicly. And maybe when they describe the symptoms that they have, some people think that they're a little bit off. But no, well documented, the American Nurses Association, well documented disease and symptoms that are associated with people that live near drilling. And so the American Nurses Association, which has 3.5 million nurses, registered nurses nationwide, and probably about 150,000 nurses here in the state of Ohio, has at least stepped up and said, let's have a moratorium nationwide against new drilling permits in this country, so until the oil and gas industry can prove that humans, animals, and the environment will not be harmed.
Together we can pass the Community Bill of Rights in May and then move out from there. So thank you very much for coming.